And we're back with round two. We have Thomas van Heerden against Justin Paul. Both players on CoCo decks today. Thomas on Human Knightfall and Justin on Abzan Company. We will attempt to show you the deck lists. Justin has an error with his. We will fix that in a moment. Players are dissolving mulligans. You can believe Thomas is going first. We're just waiting for players to start. In this match, I think it's all going to come down to whoever dissolves the most Cocos, or whether or not Justin can gain infinite life before Thomas can interact with them.
But the thing is, Thomas can go really quickly though.
Yes, especially since he does have the retreat combo in his deck. Yeah, I believe he played it on Friday, went 4-0.
Look man, a certain egg combo. Look, I know TVH is probably not going to mess it up.
And yeah, players are looking at their hands. Thomas looks like he's keeping, waiting for Justin to.
So let's say Thomas
keep or
goes
not.
turn 1 champion into turn 2 Thalias. This is just too good. Like, can Justin's take compete with that, man?
Well, Justin's deck can easily go turn 1, combo piece, turn 2, combo piece, turn 3, gain infinite life.
True. Is that Thomas taking a mulligan here?
Yeah, so Thomas going down to 6. I believe Justin's on the play since Thomas didn't mull first. Easy way to remember who's on the play or draw. Person on the play should determine whether or not they mulligan first.
So what's Justin's best card here? Probably Kitchen Finks.
In the game 1, I'd probably say it's Kitchen Finks.
You're going to need someone to die here for you. I mean, all he needs is his time, right?
Well, the thing is, if Thomas can disrupt the combo once, he probably will gain enough tempo to put the nail in the coffin, as they would say.
Okay, see Reflector Mage. What else do we have here? Path to Exile.
And yes, both players starting with a dork on turn 1. Thomas has the superior one for beta strategies at least.
Looks like a very good mulligan though from Thomas. He's got a champion, a Reflector Mage.
Both players on 18 at this point because of shock lands.
I feel like Reflector Mage could be all-star in this matchup.
And Justin attacking with a 2-3 bird.
It's been a while since I've seen one of those. 2 in the air.
Yep. Exalted triggers, very good here. Ooh, and Thomas going champion noble.
You get our first trigger.
Kept a 1-lander. Unfortunately for Justin, even if he does remove the noble hideout,
still gonna
his
get a land.
removal spell is probably Path to Exile.
Do you part in the upkeep though?
It depends how important the card you need to path is. If it's something you need to get rid of, pathing in the upkeep is generally better.
So let's say you path this noble in the upkeep, right? And you take the chance that you stop one of his turn 3 plays. Is that worth it?
More than likely. The fact that Justin's passing with mana up here could signify to Thomas that he has a collective company. Thomas did in fact draw his land to make sure he cast his own collective company this turn.
Thomas doesn't play Spellcaller, right?
No, this is a humans list and different from the banned CoCo list.
Okay. The Spellcaller inside or?
Don't believe so. Interesting cards in the side are going to be Isn't Staticaster.
Oh yes, negates as well.
And yeah, negate.
Would you bring both negates in here?
Possibly, because his opponent is playing
A
both
combo deck.
for Collector Company and for Court of Calling, along with some sideboard cards he will
I mean,
probably side in.
you have to bring in both here, right?
I would probably bring in both on the draw. On the play, it's a bit different.
Oh, it's a Court of Calling, I think.
Yes, so it's going to be Cord fetching up
Kitchen Finks?
3 drop. Kitchen Finks probably the take here. Could be Renegade Dahlia just to get value.
Did he crack a fetch here, right?
Yes. No, he in fact didn't. He cracked the fetch the previous turn, I believe.
So what else could he fetch? Does he play Eternal Witness? Maybe fetching back the cord or something?
Eternal Witness.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we
it's
go.
more than likely Eternal Witness fetching chord.
Okay. Strong play.
And Thomas saying yes, he can in fact take the chord back. Justin taking 4 there. Oh, sure. Justin definitely taking 4 here.
I mean, that's one card you don't want to reflect the mage, I'm assuming.
Wow.
Way too much. Way too much value.
If it's the turn you're killing your opponent, I don't mind inflicting
Yeah.
raging it. And Justin going down to 13 there. Yeah, Thomas
Looks like Dream Mage is
shocking.
coming down, yeah?
More than likely going to hit the bird. And we do see
Why
the
the bird
go
over the
back.
noble?
Because the bird is the only thing that can attack in this board, so if Justin
Okay.
doesn't have anything, he can't get free damage in. Justin does in fact draw Kitchen Finks, so a third of the way to the combo along with chord in hand.
So you could play a land.
He is in fact playing Bloodstained Maya.
Oof. So you could have played Get Your Things if you had another land. You could have gone chord for the sack outlet and
He can
just gone off.
Well, no, he's still short of either Anafenza or
How many pieces is the combo?
a 3-piece combo,
Three-piece
unfortunately.
combo.
He is still going to be able to chord for the second part of the combo, then he just needs to top deck one of the other two.
So Thomas needs to find a path to exile here.
Thomas just reminding Justin that he can't cast the bird this turn because of Reflector Mage.
Yes.
Reflector Mage would be, as one would say, a blowout.
And it's your boy. Even forgot about him.
Well, banned in standard is...
Thing is, he's going to do a lot of work in this type of game.
And 3 mana. Eternal Witness recurring Path to Exile.
Ugh.
The Finks gets Path down. Well, Justin is on 15. The Finks did gain him 2.
He's going to get very ugly very quickly.
Unfortunately,
So I'm
well, okay,
assuming
so
he chords
Justin can in fact chord fetching his sack outlet to sack the Kitchen Finks.
Seems like a very good player. And so you're going to lose the ability to the infinite combo, right? Once it gets a -1 counter on it. But I mean, is it worth it losing?
So the problem here is if
Yeah.
he loses the Finks, that means there are 3 Finkses left, and that's the only way he can actually combo with this version of the deck.
But I mean, you have to chord for the piece here, though, isn't it? Looks like you're going for 1, though.
Okay, so he's going to chord for the Versidesia here,
Sack the kitchen
just to
Finks,
sack the Kitchen Finks, gain another 2 life.
and probably just take the 8, I'm assuming? Or you just sack the kitchen Finks at this point?
Well, I believe he has the ability to take the hit. He's on 17 at this point, and the second chord in his hand is probably going to fetch the third piece of the combo. Unfortunately, actually no. If the third piece in the combo is an offenser,
Yeah.
if he just plays another creature, he can get the Kitchen Finks back up. Scries to the bottom.
Looks like a land.
Attacks for 7. So Justin just needs to draw a creature at this point of the game. Ooh, making the block here.
Why would you not just block the biggest guy, though? You're still going to trade with the Reflector Mage, though, isn't it? Reflector Mage is not going to die, yeah? Interesting.
And yeah, I think that was just possibly a slight misplay on Justin's side. Taking 5. Possibly forgetting the -1/-1 counter was in fact a -1
Oh
-1
yes,
counter.
yes.
And
Looks
yeah,
like he has two lands in it.
he has a chord, I believe, and
Oh
a
yes,
temple
yes.
garden. So yeah, I think it wouldn't have mattered too much had he not kept the things, but he now has no real way to
Who is
get
that?
out of
What
this.
is that? Oh, the mayor card.
I believe it is
For
Mayor of Avabra.
so I give all humans plus
Plus
one
one,
for the
plus
last
one.
one.
Thomas still has a collected company in hand, which he just has not been casting.
I mean, at this point, I don't think he's need tax with
And
everything.
here with 5 lords still left in the deck, there is a high chance he can CoCo into the lord here.
I mean, if he gets a Thalia, yeah, it could just be game.
I think Justin's in a really bad position regardless of what Thomas hits over CoCo.
I mean, he has to use what, like a CoCo next turn to get the combo. Otherwise,
Well, Justin needs to either hit Eternal Witness or Chord to finalize this combo.
because this champion page is going all the way here.
Justin may have actually just forgotten that an offenser can still combo through with the kitchen things with the -1/-1 counter.
Okay, let me see the chord.
Chord for 3.
Does TVH just CoCo in response to get reflector mages maybe? I
Well, he
wonder.
CoCo before blocks, I would assume. Not too sure what he's looking for here.
A
Oh,
good card.
Fiend Hunter. That's not a terrible
But
card.
does it work the same with? Could you not CoCo in response though, and then reflector maging before the ability resolves?
So it's not the same thing with Fiend Hunter's wording. If Reflector Mage targets it with a trigger on the stack, the
Yeah.
creature is permanently exiled.
Okay, sure.
And as you can see here, Justin actually sacking the Fiend Hunter to the Versiris here to make sure that his opponent's creature is permanently exiled. Thomas reminding Justin he gets to scry here. Thomas, one of the more predominant modern players in Cape Town, renowned for playing green-white decks. Always a pleasure to play against him, very helpful. Uh,
Is that the card he kept on top, the Gavany?
I believe it is, and Gavany will be somewhat relevant in keeping Justin in the race. Unfortunately, he's sitting at 8 at the moment.
Okay,
Thomas will CoCo end of turn.
two thighs lieutenants.
And the CoCo hit is
TVH slow rolling us.
Knight and Thalia.
They always have it. How much damage is this?
The correct answer is lethal.
Doesn't thighs lieutenant see the knight at the same time? Does she get a counter as well?
Yes, I think Thomas actually just missed that. I don't think it matters too much at this point because he has another lieutenant.
Oof. Chappy, you know what they call this? They call this a party. This is a lot of damage.
And Justin just scooping it up.
Look, man, like,
What can men do against such reckless aim?
look, man, two thighs lieutenants. That's nobody's fight.
And yes, so Thomas taking game 1, very aggressive start.
The thing is, Justin didn't even have like a bad hand, man.
Well, Justin had the combo. I think he actually forgot that he can combo through a -1/-1 counter on his Finks there.
Oh, you could do fetch the Anafins as well as taking the hit. Left
So
the...
if he took the hit, he fetches the Anafenza, he gets to just basically chump block until he gets any creature. Then he can bolster the kitchen Finks, pushing it back up to a 3/2, then sack it
Oh,
for
because it
infinite
comes
life.
back with the...
It comes back with a -1/-1 counter,
Oh,
so
I
therefore
see.
it now has 1 toughness, and the bolster means you can put the 1 counter on it
And you
itself.
can just keep going. Okay. So what is... what did they bring in here?
Well, if we can get Justin's deck list to actually fix itself,
Thalia, Garden of Thraben, that's the 2-mana one.
Yeah, the Thalia Guardian of Thraben is mainly to counteract Storm.
Okay.
Well, we'll,
So
even though
let's
this
say
isn't
Thomas
fixed,
plays his
we'll look at
beatdown deck, right?
Thomas's deck list, yeah.
He plays his beatdown deck where he wants to get in there, right? Justin's relying on chords and CoCos to win. Is Thalia a bad card in this type of matchup? If you're going, if Thomas's plan is to go quick,
The thing is, making his opponent's cards cost one more only really hits
I just
two
combo
types
pieces,
of
right?
cards. It's his combo pieces, sure.
And his
There
path.
is,
Because I mean, it looked there like Thomas didn't need to worry about anything
the thing is,
besides just getting in
Thomas
there.
is more than likely going to cut the retreat combo in this matchup because it's
Oh,
slower than
he
his
plays the
opponent.
retreats in the main as well.
It's a bit slower than his opponent's one.
Okay, I'm assuming the negates are going to come in.
The negates are probably going to come in on the draw, maybe not on the
The
play.
middling mage.
Meddling Mage could name one of his opponent's threats, but the problem is Meddling Mage
Mm.
is also for more linear combos. He could name Kitchen Finks, which would shut down the combo entirely.
I feel like Kitchen Finks is Thomas's major issue.
And unfortunately, Justin's deck is just not wanting to cooperate with us. But on Justin's side, he got a host of Heerdens, which is very good in this type of matchup. Selfless Spirit, same thing, as well as probably the 3-path to Exiles. He might
Oz
need
of
just
Pontiff,
deal.
not that good.
Oz of Pontiff,
I mean, it is most of the dogs, right?
the problem is it only hits the dorks because Thomas's deck plays a lot of lords.
I mean, you can also do it while Thalia's triggers on the stack or something
Sure,
like that.
with
It's
the
not,
lieutenant in the stack.
not the worst thing in the world.
Yes, I could see him signing in the
I
one.
mean, also
Oz of
just makes
Pontiff.
combat a bit easier on his part if he does get rid of the CoCo. Tyrallo Sculler. Very good. That seems pretty good.
The Tidal Scarlet to get your opponent's hand is fair, but I do think that Justin's actual way to win this match is by comboing as opposed to by playing fair. Playing the fair game, Thomas will just, as people would say, hit a hole.
Because not a good feeling. But I mean, like a bit of disruption here and there, just to protect his combo as well. Just to slow Thomas down. I mean, that's the major issue at the moment, right? That champion, just getting him all the way.
I do think the ball is in Justin's hand whether or not he wins this match. His deck is the combo deck, so
Does he play, how many parts does he play in total?
he plays 3 paths in the sideboard, none main.
None main. Okay, so all those boys are coming in now.
And Justin definitely going to be on the play this game.
Looks like Justin has a tireless tracker.
Tyler Stracker probably means Justin wants to try and get a bit of a longer game going here. We'll have a look at Justin's hand here.
But how good is tireless tracker against Reflector Major, man? I mean,
Yes, I do agree. The Tyler Stracker is probably more for a Jan style matchup as opposed to the Coco Murder. Especially this Coco Murder because Thomas is most likely going to be coming out guns blazing.
let's see what's Thomas have here. See a land, few lands, path, tireless lieutenant. That's all I needed to see.
And Noble Hydrock on turn 1.
It's gonna be another quick start. So what's better, to play your 3-drop on turn 2 and then play the tireless lieutenant into that, or tireless lieutenant into
I think it depends on what your 3-drop is. Also, if
Is it
Thomas
Tyler's
can go
I like this. And
taking
the
the more
CoCo as
interactive
well.
plan,
Yeah.
the Coco should go.
I don't think Justin can ever play a fair game, man. He needs to stop Thomas from doing what he wants to do, man. But it looks like Thomas has all the sweets in his deck.
He has
Knightfall.
Knight as well.
Yeah, what do you even take here? As with the CoCo, right?
The problem is if you take the Coco, the path will kill the Tidal Scala,
Ugh.
which means your opponent can get back the Coco when he feels like casting it. If you take the path,
So do you take the Knight though?
I don't think you take the. I think you should be taking Coco path here.
He takes the CoCo.
Thomas will definitely be playing knight this turn, though.
I don't know. I like taking the path there. I mean, the knight. Even though it goes underneath the guy, it's still a turn that he needs to. What's the basic done? It was Tyrese Lieutenant, right?
So it would have been Tyrus Lieutenant and Path to Exile. The opponent's turn, then you get to recast the knight or CoCo.
You can land it. You know what I mean? It's not like this way. It's you're putting the most dangerous card under a 2-drop that's can never block now. Essentially, you can't leave that Coco there, man. Do you play the tracker here?
I feel like he should want to play it here since he signed it in. But I don't think he has the luxury of trying to go for the long game.
So, I mean, what does Thomas do? He plays a land, paths, plays Tyrese Lieutenant, and then just gets in there for too much damage.
And playing the Versidesia. Bit of a nombo that
Like it though.
Versidesia plus Tidal Scala does not excel the card permanently at this point.
But you can block and sack assault, right?
Yes.
So I mean, you get to free Scry and
Although if he did have the Tidal Scala in hand,
Yeah.
he could have actually had a turn where he goes Tidal Scala, or Versidesia first, then Tidal Scala,
I
and
think
forces
the
Thomas to...
feels more like a bait though, man. Like path this, my tracker comes in, maybe this can buy me win me the game, man. I mean, you see piece of the combo. It's not something you want to see, man.
And Thomas now just attacking for 5, 6 because of the Exalted trigger.
6 takes it.
5 totals are now 14 to 18.
Justin has a path and a tracker looks like.
The problem here is
And a code of calling. I mean, whatever he does now in response, Thomas can just
eventually he's going to need to deal with this knight. Leave Thomas's hand is path to exile and land.
do you just path the knight now? Or in his upkeep? I mean,
Well, actually, I don't think Justin has a path. I think it's just land,
code of calling.
Chord of Calling, and Tireless Tracker. So Thomas is going to fetch.
So what does Justin fetch you with the code? A kitchen things?
Fetching the kitchen things when you know your opponent has a path is not ideal.
The thing is, at least it gives him 2 options to path, man. The Stylos color or the kitchen things. So, I mean, Justin needs to survive at this point. They keep throwing threats at Thomas.
Problem is, Thomas's threats are way more
No, definitely.
threatening than
Definitely.
Justin's.
Because can you actually path the Tyros color if you know there's 2 pieces of the combo on the table, man? You have to show, like,
Some sort of respect.
yeah. So at least puts him in, like, a situation where it's a bit tougher for him.
The problem is here, Justin just can't block.
Thomas picked up another land. Do you not just sack the noble at this point to the knight?
I think the noble just has to become collateral at this point.
Yeah, good man. She has to go in here. Block, code of calling.
Then code for kitchen things.
Ooh, and you get a scry out of it. Seems strong.
Seems good enough. Unfortunately though, using the sack land means he's getting 2 less clues from the tracker he sided in.
It has to hurt, man. The thing is, at this point, what option does he have? Would you have played the tracker last turn?
I probably would not have played the tracker last turn regardless.
But I think you just have to hope for the combo at this point, right?
I probably would have led with tracker on turn 3 just because he didn't have any other cards effectively. He had Chord of Calling, Noble Hider. Well, he didn't have Noble Hider for that time. He just had Chord of Calling, lands, and Versidesia. Attack on turn 3, if my opponent paths it, means he's not getting his CoCo back at the very least, and it is one less path the combo has to worry about.
Is there anything from the sideboard that just a good fetch here? That would be really
We
good.
only has 3 mana at this point, so not much he can actually fetch. Selfless Spirit doesn't work against CoCo.
Okay, just
I mean
jump up.
against...
He doesn't actually sack it to the... He didn't sack the Noble as well for the Scry.
When you're under pressure at this level, sometimes you don't make the most optimal plays.
He's still got the path to exile. Does he have a land to go with
He
that
top
tracker?
decked a path now, and
And a Windsweep. Oof. It's actually not looking that bad for him anymore. Interesting. No.
and that, my friend, is a missed trigger.
Enough. Okay, still gets one clue. Does Thomas just path and CoCo here?
Well, it's actually very tempting to do so at this point. His opponent can't code into the exact combo piece he would need.
Is it too aggressive?
He's going for it this turn.
I think it's the right play. I mean, you have Reflected Mages, you have Tireless Lieutenants. It just could be too overwhelming for Justin to do anything.
So he gets to scry. Sees a CoCo on top, obviously
And
loses it.
I think you should have called in response there.
The problem is because he saw the CoCo on top of the scry, he doesn't really want to lose that.
True.
Unfortunately for him, there is a
But the
Reflector Mage and Thalia's Lieutenant.
And it's the nuts.
Second, if Reflector Mage.
Bring Reflected Mage back to standard, man.
Too strong.
There's a 5-4 with Ace for 4 mana, Chappy. Just think about that.
And it's indestructible.
There's a 2-3 that just bounces things, man. Once now your Daze Spin and stuff like that, man. It's not that bad. As opposed to a 5-4 with Ace. There's a snake that gives...
You know you
two
only want to
counters.
bring Reflector Mage back so you can say it's a blowout.
That's true. And I want to stab up Panamonic on turn 4 into a Reflected Mage.
And this looks very lethal. He's gonna path a
I
knight.
think Thomas missed the trigger on the Reflected Mage getting the counters as well.
Well, no, the Reflector Mage doesn't get counters.
Oh, he didn't take the Tireless Lieutenant?
No.
What did he take? Two.
To double Reflector Mage to make sure his opponent cannot play any key tricks.
Even better.
And he
even
is in
better.
fact going to take
Let's see.
4, 5, 10 total. Putting his opponent down to
Unless
4
there's
lives.
another Thalia's Lieutenant. That was all in the instant. We could see some more. A Mayor, perhaps?
And sacking an Horizon Canopy to draw a card.
Oh, Bleeding Pool. Oh, there's another Reflector Mage.
Attacks with the team. This should just be it. CoCo in response.
Oof. No.
Facilitia Bird.
And another CoCo. Look, I think Justin did the best he could there. Thomas just came in a bit too hard too quickly.
Unfortunately for Justin, yes. The matchup going cleanly to Thomas there. He will advance to 2-0, fighting for the bye for the modern series. We'll definitely see him at the final since he qualified already. And
Interesting games. But I think Thomas just has the creatures he plays just comes too quickly and Reflector Mage just opens the door too quickly for this deck.
yeah, I think
I mean, how much power do you add to the board there?
only 4, but he bounces his opponent
But I mean,
only
you're
to
taking
blockers.
effectively off, like... Because just assumed I have these 2 blockers, it buys me a turn. I can CoCo. Bring back CoCo, bring back Reflector Mage.
In standard.
In standard,
You
Chappy.
clearly did not play against banned humans in
Chappy,
standard.
a man can dream. A man can dream. Is
Well,
that licensed?
That's fair.
How is that fair? You get a removal with a lightning bolt on top of it.
I mean, it's better than Siege right now.
I haven't been. I've heard the stories though.
Well, we'll see you guys back in round 3.